I read the letter and I cried. I was really overwhelmed with emotion. I ran to my grandmother, who happens to be an immigrant from Haiti, and I hugged my sister, and we were just both crying. I was overwhelmed because I felt like Groton chose me, and I knew when I got to Groton, I had to do like amazing things, like that was expected of me, and I was ready for it. It makes me happy to see my family proud of me.
Here you really have a sense of discussion going on. Like, your opinions are actually being valued by your teacher and your peers. And whereas back home, it was really just you memorize this and you get tested on it. I felt like coming to here, I would be able to devote more of my time to things that I was interested in, like arts and music. I've kind of become more open to just trusting my thoughts and to not shy away from them.
When my cousin was telling me about like the schools, I thought a smaller class size would like be greater, because then like the teacher can actually pay attention to me and like get to know like what I'm going through and like how I understand the work. Taking classics in Latin, I found it very interesting, like both the history and the language, and never having the actual opportunity to study it until now is something that I appreciate very much.
I remember when I was interviewing for schools, the interviewer would always ask me like what I was looking forward to, and I would always just say I want to try everything that I can, and I think I am doing that here. I'm given an opportunity to attend a school like this while making it financially feasible for our family, because most schools do not give financial aid to middle-class families.
You know, the talented middle is missing no more thanks to the inclusion scholars. Schools lose relevance when they forget to ask themselves a question. Who is here? Who is not here? Who will not be here? If you don't take care of those who are in the middle.
Whenever I tell people that I'm in Grain, they always look at me and they always say, wait, you're in Grain? And like, I kind of say, yeah, like inclusion includes anyone that doesn't have the same opportunity to afford Groton.
Groton makes it its job to be diverse and inclusive to all people. Like, I'm proud to be an inclusion scholar. I'm proud to help my peers be aware of ourselves, be aware of the differences that we share, but still willing to work with each other.
You're not giving somebody a complete education if they're spending 4 or 5 years in rural Massachusetts with people exactly the same as themselves. It's a very powerful learning experience to be with students who aren't the same as you, frankly.
This sense of inclusion helps us to keep in mind that in the end we're really not that different, and if you reach out to other people, they'll respond back, and that's what makes us a community.
I came back from school and my dad has the email open and he comes over to me and he hugs me and he reads out the description of like what it means to be an inclusion scholar. It finally meant that there was a place that appreciated the things that I felt were important. So it was a very exciting time when I finally read that letter.
I looked at my mom, who was like in tears, and I realized like not only had the school like accepted me, but they showed interest in me, and they showed that they had wanted me, and they showed that they were willing to invest in me.
My children are getting a fabulous education. They're also being exposed to other children from all over the world and from all different socioeconomic backgrounds. And that means they're going to have a level of understanding and appreciation. And this is going to make them more successful people, but most importantly, happier people and better people.
I don't think of Grain as a completed effort. I think of this campaign as a step on the continuum. And the thing that makes me so excited about the fundraising initiative and the success that we've had is that it assures that the intent of Grain will continue into perpetuity on Groton's campus.
Grain donors have made possible the idea that children of talent, children with gifts will be supported, and they will be here. When I look at who is here in terms of the kids, we are all a better school because of the inclusion scholars. I also see the promise of the future, not just of Groton, but of humanity, when we all band around an idea that is larger than ourselves.